Time for an agricultural upgrade. So far, it's only been Riley out here as our builder for the agricultural district, so let's maybe quickly change that by adding yet another builder's hut, which we will need to give it a style, although before we do, let us find the Space Wars one. Yup, it's certainly not going to be made of that. The builder's hut will instead be made of an Incan style, which here is what the building then looks like at level 5. Now alongside the builder's hut, I am also going to place in a new hospital alongside a restaurant build, just so that each district then has their own form of those buildings. It is a big colony after all, and I really don't want our idiots going too far, but we will make the restaurant then out of sandstone, and the hospital will then be made of a dark oak theme. Actually, I think the hospital over in the industry district is made of dark oak, so instead, this will be made of a fortress style. I did just close the chest and open it again just to see what would be next on the list, and yep, fortress it is. This is a sandstone restaurant at level 5, which really doesn't look too bad. As for our hospital though, we do have the fortress style here, well, one version of the fortress style here at level 5. Looks alright, but there is an alternative theme which I know all too well here, which is a lot bigger, a lot more impressive, but a lot tougher to make. I wouldn't mind creating either one of those two themes. Ideally the smaller one, but it really all then depends on the space that we have, which, seeing as we are pretty tight on space around the lake here for the agricultural district, I then reckon that we might need to place these new builds somewhere within the cave system. And again, we are pretty tight and busy here within the cave system, at least in this part of it. So we might then need to open up this part of the cave system, which is fairly open and has been lit up a little bit with all of the glow berries, but we certainly have a lot more room here within it. Maybe these new builds will need to fit somewhere within here. Well, after we push back the boundary a little bit, we will need to encompass more of this area then. But leave those builds with me and I will see if I can get something placed down here. Then we will decide if we do want to go for the bigger hospital or not. But first things first, we will need to push back that boundary to get more of that area under our control. So let's go make up a guard's tower and choose it as style. The guard tower is going to be made of an Incan style as well, to go alongside the builder's hut then I suppose, which I really do not mind actually, because the Incan style is fairly small if I recall. Yep, these are my always go-to ones to build because they are really small. A little bit taller at level 5, but yes, I think we will definitely go with this. I have set Riley the task of constructing that then for us. Okay pal, what are we getting up to here at the moment? We are upgrading some barrack towers, which are going to be nice and quick. How are your work orders here looking? Building the guard tower. Perfect, okay. So let's then get you supplied with 2 spruce trapdoors and a white bed. Then we can move on to that guard's tower and continue on from there. That is everything then that you're going to need for the barracks tower there, pal. So let's fulfill all of that for you. You get to it, and what I am now going to do is just quickly go around the outskirts here, seeing what is already up to level 4 and what still needs to be upgraded. Which I can already see a lot of builds here with construction tape. Yes, we might not have too many builds upgraded here to level 4. Well, that barracks tower certainly took a time to upgrade. She has picked up the guard tower, and all she requires in are some cobblestone walls and spruce trapdoors. Wonder where I will get more of them from. It seems at least that we have the houses within the agricultural district up to the level 4 mark. I reckon the fortress style shepherd's hut here will also be up at level 4. No, only level 3 actually. Okay, well, let's not put that up for construction. Maybe all of the builds around here are only at level 3 at the moment. So getting in a second builder just to help her upgrade these things really isn't going to be a bad call here. Loving the hats, chaps. Absolutely loving the hats. And it seems as if those golems are definitely hard at work here. That's a hell of a lot of wheat that you've collected. Well done. That's the tower now up, so let's see how far back this has pushed the boundary. It was here to the oak planks, and I now see it right back to here. Okay, that might be enough room to at least place in another guard tower, or even one of these new buildings. Sadly, I do think that the alternative style of the Fortress Hospital is maybe just a bit too big for this area here. Yeah, maybe a bit too big. It would eat away at quite a bit of the cave system. So I think we will go for the more reasonable, smaller version of it. That way then we can at least get it up nice and quick. Plus it will give us some more room around here anyway to maybe place in some more housing. Regardless though, let's first of all get in the Incan style builder's hut, wherever the hell we can get it placed in. There is really no great placement for this build, no matter where I put it. I am thinking here though, which doesn't disturb too much of the wildlife around it, I suppose. I get the feeling that the block in front, the path, that is one entrance to the builder's hut. Maybe the main one here, because the builder's hut itself just seems to be where I'm standing on at the moment. And although we can't really see it because of the preview, I think it does have a basement where you go downstairs, and the exit to it is somewhere in front. Yep, there. So it would eat a little bit down into the ground here, but not by too much because the overall size of the building isn't that big. I really don't want to think too much about this, so let's go ahead with it and see if we have any spare idiot who could become a new builder. We have Ashley then, so let's hire them, and in fact, let's recall them. Hello Ashley, you are the new builder here, and they will ask for some materials, some tools to help them clear out this area at some point. I did set this for construction, didn't I? No, I didn't. Yep, there she goes, and now she's asking for some things. That's alright, the colony should be able to handle that for her. Oh, there's a lot here on the list actually. Right Ashley, I will be back. I will get you some tools, and I will maybe get some guards in here as well, because I do see a lot of darkness up there for nasties. But so long as she survives, well, there's our 6th builder then for us. And Riley will have a builder partner out here then to help her with all of the upgrades that we still have to go. It wasn't until I came out here to our industry district that I realised we needed a lot more couriers as well. Out in the agricultural one, not a clue what the hell's going on here. But there's yet even more buildings then, which we will need to get up and constructed over there, alongside upgrading the rest. Anyway, let's get to teaching some wooden tool recipes then. Mariah needs a jukebox, which will require a diamond. You will be lucky if we have any of those. Ellison needs some cyan brick extra shingles, which are apparently in progress at the moment. Are they? They might be. I have no idea what's going on with that, but I will let them get on with it. In the meantime though, they also require some coral, so let's quickly head out here, grab some of it, and get straight back to Ashley. Alrighty then, Ashley. Where have you gone? Come back here. What's up with you? Oh, that's a real shame, pal. I do have some wooden tools here for you, so you've got loads at the moment. Not a clue where you're going, but your builder's hut is here after all. And in fact, let's link up some resources then for it. Good, so we now have Ashley's builder's hut here, of which the materials required for it are pretty straightforward. Just a lot of cobblestone and spruce, which we will certainly get for you. See, this is why I really don't like them building too much into the cave system. Those took me forever to get up and place in, and they're ripping it down just like that. Well, while she gets on with this build here, let's make ourselves busy and get back out into the main part of the district, where I want to do a bit of decorating outside of here and maybe a bit of tidying up. What I think I am going to do is just around all of the animal farms that we have is just put in a second layer of fences and gates around it to maybe prevent this from happening. And in other parts of the district where I don't really have too much room for other buildings, what I might do is just throw up some more fences and put some different forms of fields in. Maybe not functional fields like what we have here with these form of scarecrows for our idiots, but normal fields, and maybe we could get up some of those straw golems. Just let them farm in them for us. Just an idea, but one which I will have a little look into here. You've also probably seen that I've made a start on the dirt path that goes around the lake of the district. I still have to complete it in different sections, but we're making progress with it as well, and I will probably just put down some coarse dirt, gravel, try make it look a bit nicer than this. Anyway, let's start making a little section here to maybe plant in some crops. Just little areas like this, which we will then turn into some farmland, and I'll get hydrated properly. But we'll grow some different crops around here as well and just see what happens. I really don't think that those little straw golems are going to do much, but it adds to the overall aesthetics, I suppose. There we are, that's some wheat then planted for us. Let's get up a few straw golems and they can come in and start harvesting those. And we'll place a chest there and you guys will go deliver that into them. Or just walk away. But I will mess around with this idea and different crops and such just around the lake, and yeah, we will see what type of mess that I come up with. But I'm hoping that has been enough time then to let Ashley clear out her area here, just so that we can get her builders set up. Which she has cleared out a little bit here, but I'm guessing she's maybe run out of tools for use at the moment. Yes, you're needing some hose. Shame that you can't yet use diamond, otherwise I would simply give you that, but give me a second and I'll give you these ones here. The colony is slowly starting to get her the items she requires for the hut. She is 40% supplied. Actually, I don't think they're really getting her much at all. I reckon she's basically collecting most of the cobblestone just from mining it out here. Okay, well, you continue on then with the good work, I suppose. We have some more items on the open request list, which I will need to go sort for them. And I also have been seeing up some messages about a full warehouse, which I will also need to go deal with. I'm going to trust that Ashley will be alright here and will slowly start getting in all of the materials for the builder's hut. Who knows though, but with any luck then, by next episode, we will have up our 6th builder and maybe even have them up to level 3 or level 4 as well, just so that we can really then get started into the agricultural upgrades.